of your hair to get started. Add your minced meat into a pan and prepare to marinate. I pre-cooked mine the night before with garlic and salt before putting in the freezer so that it's easier to work with on the following day. The spices you're adding are going to be garlic, some seasoning, add some salt to taste, add in some black pepper, white pepper. You can choose the choice of marinade depending on what you usually like to have in your meat or your stuffing. I added in some chilies and mustard. Chili depending on how much heat you want. And mustard gives it a nice tanginess and a gooiness without having to use sour lemon or lime. So you want to mix it all up so that it can distribute evenly. And because I pre-cooked mine the day before, I've added in a little bit of water so that all the spices can distribute evenly in the meat. Cook this on high heat for about 20 minutes so that all the ingredients can absorb inside your meat, and keep stirring as you go to make sure that all the water is absorbed. Keep stirring just to make sure there's no water in between. Once it's completely dried up, you can add in your onions. You want to chop these finely into cubes. I used a food processor, so they're finely chopped, as I was using quite a lot. You want to create enough onions for the beef. So I'm using 2 kilos of beef, and you want to have 2 kilos of onions. And the reason is because the lesser onions you use, your samosas become very dry. So the onions give it flavor and give it a juiciness and a perfect. Basically, that's what you want to have, that kind of consistency. So you keep moving it around, make sure that it's distributed evenly. If you're using the white onions, just keep this on for 3 minutes and it's done. Chop up some coriander on the side and use this for the aroma. Your onions will appear translucent. Remove from heat and allow to cool for 20 minutes. The texture will be slightly wet because of the fluids from the onion, but that's fine. You can keep using it that way. I don't drain because I want to maintain the flavors. Add in your chopped corianders and mix it up, ready for filling. To create your paste, you need some flour and water. Mix it all up, and this will be like your glue. So you don't want to make it runny, you want it thick and smooth. There you go. Once that's done, you have everything in place. You have your pastries there and have your plates standby. So I'm going to use my hand because that's the easiest way to do this. Make sure you have clean hands. Put your sheets there. So usually you want to get a long rectangle shape. So because I don't have that, the sheets I purchased are square. I'm going to fold them in half. And this also helps because I like to use like double layers on my sheets. It gives it more crispier taste. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to create a cone. Have you ever done a cone before using paper? So you're trying to create a cone shape, and then you're going to fill in after the cone is achieved. So if your glue is quite sticky, as soon as you just keep the sheets together, everything will stick real quickly. Just make sure there's no hole through the other side, and everything is stuck through nice and carefully. Gently add in 2 teaspoons of minced beef. So put in the first one and try to push it down low so that it goes to the edge of the cone, because you don't want it to be flabby later on. Then add in the second spoon. You don't have to fill it up completely. You're trying to create a balance between the pastry and the beef. You don't want it to be too meaty, you don't want it to be too crispy. So 2 teaspoons should be enough. And then add in the glue on the remaining side of the cone and then wrap the rest into a triangular shape like what I'm doing in the picture. Just add in glue for any excess skin that's hanging. And once everything is tightly packed, then you have your shape right there. Well, that's one down, 10 million to go. Let's do one more, okay? Remember the steps. Remove your sheet, and then you have a square shape, so I'm going to try and make it into a rectangular shape. I'm adding in glue because I don't want it to be moving around. So I'm going to stick one side up, close it, have a long shape now. Looks like a rectangular. And then you close it into a cone, just like that. Add some glue, and then you twist your cone. There you go. There you go. Slowly, slowly. Yeah, practice makes perfect. Make sure that there's no hole on the first edge, on the first side there. No holes. Everything is stick together. Add in your first spoon and then push it through so that it goes to the complete edge of the cone. So you don't want it to be flabby once again. See, making sure everything goes down low. Then add in your second spoon. Well, we're trying to attain a nice triangular successful shape. Let's hope this works. Add in some more glue and follow the shape of the triangle like what I'm doing. Everything else, just tuck in everything following the rectangular shape and add in glue for any excess skin. There you go. Nice and cute. So just keep doing these and make as many as you can. You can put them in the freezer and they can stay in for about 3 to 4 weeks, as long as they can. Just put them in an airtight container or a Ziploc bag, and all you gotta do is air fry them or deep fry them when you're ready to eat. And there you have it.